So, with XDefiant release supposedly happening this month, we're in the final stages of waiting for the game to release. This is always the worst time of year when you're sitting there and waiting and have nothing else to play. In today's video, we're going to break down my thoughts on why I think XDefiant will be the #1 FPS game of the year. Call of Duty has had a lot of competition over the years, but they've never felt the same or had the same love that COD has. However, in recent years, we have seen a change in the community around COD and their opinion on the game. One of the main reasons I see XDefiant being the top FPS game of the year is because of the skill-based matchmaking. This alone already has a ton of people excited to jump into XDefiant and give it a try. People want the old days of relaxing when they play sometimes and not always needing to try their absolute hardest. This is also one of the major selling points for XDefiant. The next thing is the free-to-play community. So this is a combination of two things: the fact that the game is free to play and the support from the community. What other games have you seen have a beta with over 2.5 million people when the company has done basically no advertising or marketing? The community behind this game, posting videos, live streams, posting tweets, telling their friends to try it out, is promoting the game without the company even needing to do anything. This alone shows that the community has a huge impact on the game and why the game will be successful. Let's also talk about the game being free. People don't need to spend a single dime on this game to test it out, see if they enjoy it. Even if they're not an FPS fan, they can download this game for free, give it a try. Maybe if they're new to gaming and they don't want to spend $70 on a game, this is another opportunity for them to play the game and try it out. Just look at Fortnite. When it launched, it didn't have a whole ton of support, but it continued to build over the years, and since it was free, it was a major selling point for people to play. Now let's talk about the development team. Mark has been in the FPS industry for over a decade, helping create many of the CODs back in the day and having a lot of input on those games. He was one of the main faces of the customer satisfaction back then, and still is. He makes it known that he listens and gives his honest truth when asked. He considers the community's opinions on what they want to see and what they want fixed or changed. He is one of the most engaged developers I've ever seen in the gaming community, and he has always been like this. Listening to your community is a must, and it is the most important thing to listen to what they have to say in order to continue to grow the game and support the game. Before we get any further into this video, if you've made it this far, consider hitting the subscribe button. I post daily videos on XDefiant and will have a ton of guides and news when the game launches. Now let's get back into it. The next thing I want to talk about is the movement and the time to kill. This, in my personal opinion, has been implemented extremely well into the game. I do believe the time to kill is a very important factor with how the game will succeed. It gives more competition, and it allows people who are actually skilled the opportunity to turn around and kill players who are camping in a corner. Unlike Call of Duty, where you die in 2 bullets, XDefiant focuses on the actual gun skill of a player instead of who shoots first. The movement feels crisp, the sliding isn't too short or too slow, and the run feels like it's adjusted just right. You don't feel extremely slow running around the map, and it doesn't destroy the gameplay or the feel of the game. Unlike Call of Duty, where the sliding is extremely slow some years and extremely overpowered some years, this is in between, right in the middle, and it allows people to enjoy the game and how it feels. Now let's talk about leveling systems. We all remember back in the day getting a new Call of Duty, rushing onto the game to level up as fast as possible, go through the ranks and prestige, unlock new prestiges to show off to people, and feel like you're accomplishing something and progressing. Not being capped at 200 levels right away, or downloading the game, hitting 55 levels, and only being able to do a prestige or 2 each season. We know that XDefiant will have their own take on the prestige system post-launch, and it would allow people to grind the game and achieve things that not every other game has. We also have the return of a classic minimap. In the most recent year of Call of Duty, we didn't even have red dots on the minimap, making silencers completely useless. The whole point of a silencer was to hide yourself on the minimap and not get found easily. Removing it completely was completely useless for that attachment, and there's no reason that there shouldn't be a minimap in the game. The main focus on why they took it out of Call of Duty was because people would chase minimap red dots to get more kills. Finally, we have XDefiant's main competitor making a $70 DLC this year. We all know COD is basically a DLC, even though they say they aren't. All it is some new maps, some new weapons for $70. You can carry over all your weapons from this year, which just shows they haven't put a whole lot of time and effort into this game. So that concludes my list for why I think XDefiant will be the #1 FPS in 2023. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button if you enjoyed this video, and share it if you want to any of your friends. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.